1. The crown is not her. It's you. In a world obsessed with romantic validation, men are told explicitly or subtly that their worth is tied to how attractive their partner is, how many women want them, or how quickly they can find the one. This belief is poison. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy forged in the fires of hardship, teaches the exact opposite. The Stoics believe that our worth is not dependent on external things, not wealth, not status, not other people, and definitely not romantic conquest. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Let that sink in. You have no power over her feelings, her loyalty, or her attraction, but you have complete power over your focus, your actions, and your mission. When a man chases a woman instead of building himself, he becomes a slave to approval. He gives away his throne before ever sitting on it. Picture this. A man gives up his gym routine, his business ideas, his friendships, all to be available for someone who might leave him tomorrow. He abandons his crown for an illusion. This is not love. This is dependency. True kings don't chase. They build. They wait. They attract. As Epictetus said, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. That includes the queen. The crown is not her. The crown is your purpose, your peace, your discipline, and your self-respect. 2. You don't deserve a queen until you rule your mind. No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus. A man who cannot control his emotions will never rule his kingdom. In the modern world, we applaud passion and impulsiveness, but in Stoic philosophy, the wise man is calm, measured, and unmoved by flattery or rejection. This isn't coldness, it's control. We've all seen it, the guy who panics when she doesn't text back, who rearranges his life for a date, who spirals when she pulls away. That's not love, that's emotional slavery. You wouldn't build a house on quicksand. Why build a life on emotional chaos? Until you learn to regulate your own mind, every relationship will be a battlefield of your own making. Seneca once wrote, "If you do not know how to die, don't worry. Nature will tell you what to do on the spot, fully and adequately. It will do this job perfectly." Likewise, if you do not know how to live, how to endure discomfort, how to say no, how to wait, life will become a brutal teacher. A Stoic man does not beg, does not obsess, does not depend. He chooses. He chooses stillness over anxiety, discipline over comfort, mission over approval. And from that calm, the right partner may appear not because he needed her, but because he no longer needed anyone. 3. The discipline of a silent king. What does a real king look like? Not the loudest man in the room, not the one with the most followers or the flashiest watch, but the man who wakes up before dawn, trains in silence, reads ancient texts, and speaks only when needed. Discipline is the throne. Stillness is the crown. Marcus Aurelius woke up every day and wrote meditations to himself, not to publish, not for applause, but to keep himself grounded. A real king needs no validation because he knows who he is in solitude. A boy needs attention. A king needs clarity. Most people talk too much, post too much, react too much. The Stoic king chooses silence not out of fear, but out of strength. The less he speaks, the more weight his words carry. He doesn't need to declare he's in charge. His presence makes it clear. A lion does not announce itself before it roars. This level of power cannot be faked. It is forged through early mornings, brutal workouts, solitary walks, journal entries, and the constant battle against distraction. In the world of Stoicism, self-command is the greatest kingdom, and those who master it never need to chase. They attract everything that aligns with their silence. 4. Burn the pedestal. Reclaim your throne. Men today make one fatal mistake. They put women on pedestals, then cry when the pedestal crumbles. This is not just unhealthy, it's unstoic. When you glorify someone else, you devalue yourself. When you need her to feel like a man, you've already lost your masculinity. The Stoics warned us about attachments. When you attach your identity to something fragile, beauty, attention, validation, you create your own suffering. Here's a story. A young man, deeply in love with a stunning woman, planned to propose. But the night before, he stared at the ring and asked himself, "Am I ready to be a king in my own life first?" He wasn't. He walked away, not out of fear, but out of honor. Years later, he built a business, mentored thousands, and met a woman who didn't need to be worshipped, just respected. They built together. When you stop idolizing and start building, something magical happens. You stop attracting chaos. You begin to invite peace. As the Stoics teach, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. The woman you idolize is not a goddess. She's human. And so are you. When you destroy the pedestal, you stop kneeling. And when you stop kneeling, you can finally rise. 5. What makes a king and what breaks him? What truly makes a king? Not his palace, not his army, but his principles and the ability to uphold them under pressure. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, fought wars, buried children, and endured betrayal, yet he never lost his inner calm. Because his kingdom was not Rome. His kingdom was himself. But kings fall when they betray their own code. Power without principle becomes tyranny. Love without self-respect becomes obsession. Desire without restraint becomes self-destruction. Many men are kings in potential, but they break because they abandon the code. They lie, they chase, they compromise their values for someone else's approval. And then they wonder why they feel hollow. A Stoic king knows pain will come, rejection will happen, people will disappoint you, but none of that can touch your soul unless you let it. There is no honor in bitterness, only in resilience. Aurelius said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." The crown is not made of gold, it's made of iron will. If you keep the code, the crown is yours, even if no one sees it. 6. Your throne awaits, but only if you stop chasing. Everything you want in life, peace, purpose, love, begins when you stop chasing what isn't yours to control. Most men live in pursuit of love, of fame, of revenge. But Stoicism teaches pursuit is not the path. Preparation is. Build the habits. Master the moments. Detach from outcomes. And watch the world come to you. A man focused on his mission becomes magnetic, not because he's trying, but because he's rare. The final lesson of the Stoic king is this: do not become a king to impress her. Do not build an empire to prove a point. Do it because you were born to lead yourself. And because the alternative, living at the mercy of others, is a slow death. Your throne isn't out there. It's here, in how you rise, in how you walk away, in how you face the silence. Stop chasing. Start becoming. The crown will find you.